Hi, I'm Laura from Lab Fitness and I run Kickstart Fat Loss in Drogheda in Ireland. Today I'm here to talk about my own personal experience as a mommy of two young kids and how challenging it can be to eat clean while keeping your family going, working, and when you're working against the lights of the outside where there's so much sugar available for kids. I've got two boys, a 6-year-old called Dylan and a 2.5-year-old called Ethan, who happens to be vegan by choice. It is challenging. I'm not gonna lie to that. It can be challenging, but to me, the moment I became a mom, it became very, very important that my kids had the best foundation when it came to nutrition. I was very lucky. I was born in Spain, and my parents were very, very good. And I do realize everything they gave me growing up, health-wise, nutrition-wise, played a huge factor of how healthy I am as an adult. So I want to make sure I can recreate the same for my two young kids. I do believe now, having a 6.5-year-old, that education is key. From day one, since they were babies, I keep telling them, making them understand about vitamins, minerals, how the differences between how our body processes sugars, the difference between a sugar that comes from an ice cream and it comes from a banana. And it has really, really benefit giving that knowledge to them, because my 6.5-year-old now can tell me what's good, what it's not, and he can spot very clearly when a child has a bad diet. My advice is, do try to have the whole family eating exactly the same with small adaptations. Like if I am making a Sunday dinner and my husband will want potatoes, I will make potatoes for him. I will go maybe for sweet potatoes for my 6-year-old, and my 2.5-year-old wouldn't have any meat, so I make sure that he gets his protein coming from a vegetable form. Little tips is you can make a lot of treats, healthier treats. I make ice cream using frozen bananas and frozen raspberries, so it's not like they're missing out on anything. I bake every weekend. I make muffins, I make cookies, but they are cleaner version. There's no chemicals added to it, and they're still a treat. They do not have them every single day, but they're there, so they do not feel like they're missing out. My advice is to, with kiddies, start from the beginning, because sometimes it can be very challenging trying to change them the older they get. I believe that the approach to them should be according to what age they are. If you have babies, you have a clean slate. The best way to start, you know what I mean? Have them with homemade cooked food as much as you can. When they're still very young, could be easy enough. Juicing is an amazing way to pump vegetables into your kids. I do not know any 4 or 5-year-old that absolutely loves broccoli, but mine will drink it in a juice when it's covered with other fruits like pineapples and apples. So still making sure that they're getting all the nutrients that they need, but they are kind of covered up by the sweetness of the fruit. Teenagers can be much more challenging, because if they've been growing up having a lot of sugar, it can be very challenging just to go to the, okay, stop, you're gonna have to start eating clean. And in that age, I would say conversation, education would be a huge factor, and start doing one change at a time. Do not try just to remove everything, because it's not gonna work, but start doing small changes. Many times it can be done and they won't even notice them. So they're just my little tips for how to apply clean eating to your household. It is doable, the benefits are huge, and kids actually want to learn and they want to understand what goes into your body. Bye bye.